Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about my dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm finally going to be sharing what I consider my Joss collection. It's a big scene in my display, and by big I mean it's got 10 dolls and 3 play sets. And the reason I consider it Joss's world is because her minivan is it's the middle part, the main part, so she's like the focal doll. And uh, as I mentioned, there's a lot to get through, 10 dolls and 3 play sets, so I shouldn't spend too long on this intro, but the one thing I want to warn is that 4 of the dolls are Girl of the Year dolls, and I recently, like within the last month, did a video of all my Girl of the Year dolls, so I'm probably going to breeze through a few of the girls you're going to see up here, and Joss is one of them, meaning the doll I'm starting with, I don't have much to say because I've shared her recently, and the only thing I did to change her up a little bit for this video was put her hat on her. But other than that, she's the same old Joss I've probably shown many times by now. And the thing I would say about Joss is when Claudie was just Claudie and not a mold used for other dolls yet, Joss was my favorite mold. And that would make her my second favorite mold. But I think that's probably part of the reason too. I'm really glad to have her be the focal part of the display that I don't think I have a name for, Joss's World. And so yeah, that's all I have to say about Joss this time. And so I'll move on. And there's another Joss mold doll up part of this collection too. So it's not the last thing I'll say about the mold. But anyway, let me move on to the next doll, which is also a Girl of the Year, but she's one of my newest dolls. And I haven't, because I didn't do like a proper like introduction, unboxing of her, she's still exciting to talk about. And here you go up close. It's Blair. I believe she's got the lightest skin tone, but when I compare her to my other, sorry, lightest is in like the numbered skin tones, but when I compare her to my other number 5 skin tone dolls, she just seems different. She seems lighter skin, paler, whatever you'd say. And um, one of the things I actually like about this doll is her name is so close to mine. Like the spelling of it, it's not like the common way of spelling her name. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's the closest, aside from a doll I've named after me by mistake. She's the closest I'll ever have to a doll that's officially named after me, even though she's not. And I don't really know much about her story other than she's a wedding planner, and I don't love a lot of her collection, so I don't think I'll ever chase it. But the doll itself is very pretty, and I didn't really love her from pictures, but then I saw somebody, when I went to buy some dolls from someone who had her on display, I was like, oh wow, she's actually really striking in person. So if she doesn't look good on video or in pictures, she's prettier in person. And I've had a lot of fun styling her hair because when I got her, she didn't have her meat hairstyle, that, what are they called, waterfall braid, which is too bad, but actually it worked out for the better because, like I said, I can do other things with her hair now. And let me just rush through these Girl of the Year dolls with Kira, who I've shown must have been multiple times by now. And aside from even the recent Girl of the Year video, I've talked about her quite a bit because I've had her. She's one of the earliest dolls I got. And so I don't really need to say much about her aside from the fact that she's clumsy. She's always falling off the display, which is up really high. And so I don't know if her nose looks bad because the last, or one of the few times I mentioned it, maybe even the first time I mentioned it on here, and I bragged about how she falls down, but she's so durable because her nose still wasn't ruined. And then the next time I came home and she had fallen, her nose was ruined. But then I used like a magic eraser to scrub it out. So I think she looks fine, but if she doesn't, don't tell me. And finally, going to a doll who's not a Girl of the Year, but I have shown her quite a few times. I've just never really shared much of her story. And she's a customized Truly Me 91. I've named her Marguerite. She's got a French name because she comes from, well, as far as I'm concerned, she comes from Rwanda, but from a French colony because the second language spoken there is French. So that's sort of her story that I've never gotten into. What else did I need to say about her that I haven't said yet? Her outfit is a mix and match of stuff. And when I say stuff, I don't know what they all are. I got it in a clothing lot, and I liked that they all went together with this blue or navy and yellow. She's wearing shoes from a Healthy Roots doll. That I know because it's from my Healthy Roots doll. And she has well, I call them best friends. She's going to come up in a few minutes, but really they're new friends, and I'll explain their friendship more when I get to her friend. A couple dolls for now. Do I have anything else to say? No, I've said a lot. She's got on 106's wig and just dark brown eyes, the regular dark brown, not decal. I wanted her because I already have a 91 who I really love in my collection, but I wanted to also see how she would look in a more natural coloring because it's the only Sonali mold doll so far with the darkest skin tone, number 35. So she doesn't have her gray eyes. I gave them to someone else, and she doesn't have a purple wig. I didn't give that to anyone else because I think you can only have one 91 wig in your collection without it just looking like that's the same doll. And so now I think I've said everything I need to say about her in this video, right? If it comes to me, I'll just pop it in. No big deal. So moving on to the next doll on this side. You know what? Let me go with Cameron. Another doll shown a lot of times, but I've at least shown him in different outfits. This is his main outfit. This is what I consider his meat outfit because he's in the scene that I'll show you at the end of the video. He's surfing. He's got a friend he surfs with, but I'll show him in a minute. And he is not surfing this summer because his friend is in trouble for failing at school. So he had to get a job at a snack bar. And so he's just kind of hanging out with his friend so that his friend's not lonely and because he doesn't have a friend to go surfing with. And I don't think I said that he's truly me 104. He's the second classic mold boy doll to come out. He's not very different from the first one. His eyes are probably, yeah, they're both the dark blue eyes. His hair's a little bit darker. Like instead of being a pale blonde, it's more like a dirty blonde. And instead of being like, it's got a little bit more of a style to it instead of being like just down, almost like that old, like, you know, Harry Potter or Justin Bieber's hair used to be down their face. That's what I think the old doll is more like. Don't think I have much to say about him other than that. You'll probably see him again just because I like redressing him. He looks good in a lot of different clothes. And so that's all I need to say about him this time. All right, who's next? Oh, this one's a fun one to talk about. So when I talked about my Girl of the Year dolls, I mentioned that I didn't have Marisol because it was a Josefina mold, and I have a lot of trouble with Josefina mold dolls' eyes being straight, like looking forward. And people in the comments were pretty disappointed that I didn't have Marisol. And then by fluke or by peer pressure, I don't know, but all of a sudden I was going somewhere and a Marisol, not a Marisol, a Josefina, an old Josefina doll appeared in Marketplace, not near me, but near where I was going that was really far away. So I made a plan to pick up that Josefina doll for the outfit she was wearing. And then that seller also had a Marisol outfit, the meat outfit, for really cheap. So I was like, okay, let me just, you know, put it on that Josefina doll to have like a fake Marisol. But obviously she didn't look like Marisol with her the darkest hair with that Josefina has. And I happened to notice somebody selling a Lila wig. Yes, this is a Lila wig. Within Canada. And I bought it. I was like, you know, it's a nice wig. It comes with nice eyes, the amber brown eyes, not the dark brown pinwheel eyes, but the lighter ones. And so I bought them mostly for the eyes. And I was like, you know what? I can put this on the Josefina doll and have her look a little bit more like Marisol. So this is my super, super fake Marisol now. Before she was like just Josefina dressed as Marisol. And now it's like, oh, I'm really trying to pretend I have Marisol here. But I like it. And so the hair, I feel like it's not as long. It might be, the wig I feel is thicker, a little bit shorter, and blonder, like a little bit lighter. The color is lighter. And the wig itself parts down the middle. I tried putting it to the side, but then the other pieces didn't fall right. Even with the hat on, I couldn't get the hairs to stay out of her face. So this is how I'm going to be keeping her as long as she's like this. The wig I didn't glue down because I also, from the same seller that I got this wig, I bought a Kaya wig, you know, in case I ever want to do darker hair on her one day. Like if, let's say I find a proper Marisol. But I think as is, she looks pretty reminiscent. Her eyebrows are a little bit messier than Marisol's because Marisol has feathered eyebrows, but not this, because Josefina has very unique eyebrows. They look like, I don't know, like almost like she overplucked them in the 90s and then tried to grow them back. And this was the best she could do. That's how the eyebrows read to me, but I'm sure there's probably a more proper way to describe them. Anyway, so now I feel like I have a real Marisol, not just like yeah, she's fake, but not as fake as she was when I showed her last time. So that's why I was really excited to show Joss's world, and you can all see my version of Marisol for now. Okay, so when I talked about, I'm going to the next doll. When I talked about Cameron's friend before, this is Cameron's friend's sister. Her name is Lupe, and she is Truly Me 71, which is a bald doll or a no wig doll. I'm not sure what the proper way to describe them is. And I bought this doll because somebody locally, like a Facebook American local Facebook group, was selling this black wig, and because black, like true black hair, is it doesn't exist. There are only maybe a couple dolls who have true black hair in the American Girl world. I needed this wig. Like I needed the wig and I needed a doll to wear it because I love black hair on dolls, and it's just so weird that it's so hard to get it on like American Girl dolls. And so this is the medium skin tone doll because originally I got her to wear the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead outfit by American Girl so that she could wear it during that season. But it's not an outfit you can put on your doll for very long unless you kind of hide parts of it. It is a very pretty dress and she'll wear it soon. So then I put this outfit on her, and this is to me her meat outfit. Even though now I have her up in some like beachy scene, she's up on the snack bar watching over her little brother who's, like I said, in trouble. She's the bossy older sister, and I'll probably talk about their relationship a little bit more when I bring him up because she's another doll I've shown quite a few times before. Just I don't know if I've ever had a reason to talk a lot about her character, just kind of mentioning it in passing when I'm showing her brother. So now I can move on to Marguerite's new slash best friend, who is Aisha. She is Truly Me 122. So this is the other Joss doll I mentioned before. And so her story is her character that I picked or developed or whatever for her is she's part of a Syrian family who moved to, I mean, I'm in Canada, so like I said, this is some fantasy world, this Joss world that they live in. So it's almost like, I don't even know if it's America or Canada. It's probably somewhere on a border, some mystical border that doesn't exist. That's both beachy and mountainous with skiing, because one of the other, so this, as I've said, it's kind of a beachy scene, but then there's the ski, what's Corinne's ski, like gift shop, souvenir shop? The shop that Corinne has is where Marguerite, so Marguerite, I'm pointing over here, is where she works. And so Aisha, who is, new to an English speaking country and new to speaking English, is really fascinated by Marguerite and keeps, hanging out at the ski shop, buying things, even though she's not hungry or whatever, because Marguerite is also speaking English as an additional language. So for her, she just feels very seen or not alone. And so they kind of like help each other with like learning English and stuff like that. So that's kind of what their friendship is based on, but then they have a lot more in common. Like their families, she lives there and it's cold, but she hates the cold. But it's, I'm saying that when they're all dressed in their summer gear, but soon, that's actually another reason I want to show them all now is because soon I'm going to be putting them into winter gear, whichever dolls do get changed for winter because the winter's coming. And in Canada, winters are brutal. So I love putting as many dolls as I can in as many winter outfits as I can for the winter. But don't worry, it's not as cold in their winter as it is in mine. And now, because that was a lot longer of a story than I expected to tell for those two, I can show once again uh, Pedro or Pedro, however you prefer to pronounce his name. This is Lupe's little brother and Cameron's best friend, and the one I mentioned before, who is working at the snack bar because he's in trouble. His family's mad at him, made him get a summer job because he failed. I don't know if he failed all of his classes or he's like, I don't think he's repeating the entire grade, but he failed some classes, and so he's in trouble. And Lupe is hanging out at the snack bar as well to sort of keep an eye on her brother because she doesn't trust him because he's in trouble, and she knows that Cameron's going to be there, and she's expecting that they're going to go off surfing when he's going to like shut down the snack bar. I think it's his family snack bar, and that's why she's so protective. I can't put his hat on him to make him sit here. He's wearing I don't know if I talked about any of their outfits, but he's wearing, and I've talked about them many times before, he's wearing, I think it's called the Fun Sun or Fun in the Sun outfit. Cameron's wearing an off-brand, I think it might be Sophia's brand outfit, but because it was the perfect color combo for Joss's world, wow, he usually sits better than this, I swear. He was a really, it's a Kaya doll. I don't know if anybody hasn't seen him before and you're wondering what this is, he might look like a CYO, but he's actually a Kaya doll I bought in really rough shape. Like I had to cut off most of the wig and take the body completely apart because everything was just really dirty. But he was only $10 Canadian, which is probably about $7 US. It's the only doll I've ever bought that cheap. And so I was like, oh yeah, I want that doll. And I hadn't even had Kaya yet. So this was actually my first Kaya doll. And the only thing I couldn't lift or clean was this ink on his wrist, which used to be like a bright red. Now it's like a bright pink. And it had like pen over it as well. So he's got this bracelet on for life. Should glue it to him. but he's as good as I'm gonna get him. His hair could maybe be evened out a little bit more. Every time I look at him, I'm like, oh, I need another trim because it's like his hair settles after I cut it every time. And now the last doll, all these abrupt turnarounds because honestly, it's $10, but I'm more worried about how long it's gonna take me to talk about the sets. The last doll is Sage. And I put her in a different outfit just because I've shown her, I don't know how many times lately, and she's always in her meat outfit. I've never changed her outfit because I like her meat outfit. So I just put her in her pajamas, and she, in the scene, is sitting in the back of Joss's minivan. So I think it's fine if she's just there in pajamas. She won't look that out of place. She's probably just like camping back there or whatever. And I put some butterfly clips in from the recent advent calendar. I think I opened it in my last video. And yeah, it was a pretty cheap calendar. Cheap as in like what it came with was really cheap. But you know, looking back, I probably would have waited for sale, but I was excited and I didn't count everything. Let's put it that way. I just saw what I liked the things I saw, and I was like, okay, I want that. Anyway, this isn't about that. I'm just trying to explain where her butterfly clips came from. And she's got the most busted hair. So these clips are really good because I think the kid who had her before must have cut like some kind of strips to be hair that look a little bit like bangs, and it doesn't matter. She's seated up in a place where you can never see her hair usually, and that's never going to change. Okay, so I think I got through these really fast, hopefully not too fast, in the sense that I've shown all these dolls so much within the last like month or two that I don't think there's anything really new I can say about any of them. And this was all just a segue to talk about the playsets anyway. And so, yeah, I think that's everything I need to say for them. And let me move on to, I'm going to do the sets in what I'm going to consider order of ease. So I'll start with the snack bar because it's got the fewest, it's got the least to show. Then I'll move up to Corinne's ski shop where Marguerite works. And then I will move on to, I think I'm going to hate myself, regret all my life choices when I get to Joss's van because I don't even know how I'm going to show it. Bring it up here somehow, I don't know, do a rotating camera around it, and I feel like I'm talking too much when I guess I'm just trying to give you like a little heads up on what's coming so that you can decide what or if you want to continue watching. Okay, so give me 1 second and I'll bring up the snack bar. I moved a bit closer just in case you want to see any of the stuff I'm going to show you closer up. And the reason Pedro is here is because, one, he works at the snack bar, so I consider it his. And two, when they released the snack, is it a snack bar or a snack stand? One or the other. It was promoted with this outfit. So the doll in the stock photo for the snack bar was wearing this outfit. But these shoes don't come with the outfit. The outfit had like orangish plastic flip-flops, and he's wearing Nenea's meat sandals because they're higher quality, and I think it to me looks better with the outfit than the orange flip-flops did, which I gave to his best friend Cameron. So the snack bar itself, which I have over here, I'm just going to slide it over, is, I can't guarantee that it's completely complete because I bought it secondhand and it was like I believe it was a kid's childhood toy. So I'm inclined to believe that it could be missing some things. And it wasn't in the greatest condition. You'll probably see when I show you it from the front. There's this fading, nope, wrong side. There's this fading over here. And that's because it had pen marks all over it. And I cleaned it with what's it called? A magic eraser. And it took off some of the actual print. But I prefer the way it looks like this than with the ink all over it. So I wasn't mad that it took it all off or stripped some of it. And then mostly it's MDF, like that fake wood for the most part. This part is plastic, this frame here. And this is just like a cotton fabric that comes off. It's got these felt pieces, some pom-poms, ribbons dangling, and it just says American Girl. It's pretty much what you would expect by looking at it. So I don't think that was anything surprising. And let me show you the back before I get to all the little pieces that come with it. Turning it slowly because everything bounces around when I move it too fast. So as you can see from the back, it's the little workstation where he works, and these drawers open and close, and these dials don't do anything except for move. They don't make any sounds or affect the play in any way. They're just fun to turn, I guess. And you can probably see, right, that there's like a grill here. Maybe you can't see. I'll take the stuff down and I'll show you a little bit better of an angle. And then I'll talk about what it comes with, if anyone's curious. And again, it could be even that I put some stuff here that didn't come with it, and I was just like, oh, this would suit the snack stand, so let me put it on there. Ugh. Is that everything? Oh, one more churro. So this is what I was saying. It's just got like some, oops, it's got some toppings here for the, where is it? So some toppings here for the tacos or the nachos, whatever you're getting, and just like this little fake grill that, again, doesn't do anything. And then the fake food that comes with it, I think it's missing some of these. It probably would have had a lot more of these inlay cards. I don't know what you call it, fry packs, nacho holders. And mine only has 2 sets of nachos, which seems about right considering what I got with my ski shop. And was it only 3 churros? I thought it was 4. Maybe it's 3 then. Maybe they're just rolling around. I don't know. So just plastic. What else would you expect? They look like, you could tell they're churros. Like, I like it. I think it's really cute. And mostly you don't even see it because I have it on such a high display case that it's there in my mind. And you know, if I was ever to do a video like this, then it matters. And here are, I think these are supposed to be quesadillas. That's what they look like. Just kind of raw looking quesadillas with some toppings in there. I can't tell if it's supposed to be chicken or vegetarian, but it's all plastic. And it comes with 2 sets of those. And I would imagine that's all it would have come with. I don't think I'm missing any. And then these tortillas are just, they don't even come apart. It's just a stack of 4. Like, what is the point other than, see, whenever I've shown my Playsets in the past, I call them display sets because I don't think there's much you can do. There's not that much playing you can do with them because they're all just like pieces that don't really do much aside from sit there and look cute. Like, they can hold them, be displayed with them. And I have 2 tacos. Not sure if there's supposed to be another one or more, but that's more than I need. And then a salsa dispenser, I guess you'd call that, right? If it was a ketchup squirter, salsa squirter, which is cute. Another cute little display piece. And it comes with 3 drinks. Does it even say what kind? Oh, one says juice. They all just say juice. They're all the same? Yeah. Sorry, so this one looks like orange, if you can see from there. And I just display it like, you know, you can buy more if you want it. This is a pink one. I don't know if I'm making it look worse when I put my hand behind it or if it's making it clearer. And then there's like a green one. So what would you say? Orange, lime, cherry? It's a very light pink, so I don't know, strawberry. And then it's got a little pair of tongs that I just hang on. There's a side clip over here. I don't know if I made that clear before. Because the side also have more, I think there was more ink on there and I had to wash it off. And I remember being more faded. So either I made it up in my brain or it just repaired itself over time from sitting there. Yeah, so more cute decals everywhere. Or prints, it's not decal. And I always have him holding the spatula on display. So it's like he's cooking the churros or grilling them or heating them up. So yeah, this is a very cute set. And because I got 2 of them together, she gave me like a really cool discount on both pieces. And this outfit, I think usually I hold it against the grill so it doesn't fall. And this outfit I got on Walmart.com, the American site, and they might even still have it because it was about probably almost a year ago that I got it. And I'm like, every time I see it on there, I'm like, wow, they still have it. But anyway, so if anyone's curious, you can check there. I don't think it's a really hard one to track down. I don't even think it's that popular because it's like a boy outfit. So let me move on to the next set, which is really exciting because I bought it new, so I know it's complete. So let me get Corinne's Ski Shop, or Marguerite's. Well, before I get the ski shop, in case anyone was curious, sorry, as I was putting it away, I was like, oh yeah, there are bags of air that say chips on it. So I also have this, I believe these were sold with the local bean. There's something in there though. It's like, oh, it looks like it's filled with cotton. I think that's a clear opening and you can see that it's got some cotton squished in there, which I never even thought about before. So I guess that's kind of cute. Good to know. So now let me go get, I promise this time, let me go get Marguerite's / Corinne's ski shop. I don't think Marguerite's going to show you anything. I just want her to be here because it's her shop technically in my display and it's nice to have a doll on screen while I'm talking. So this one I bought, this ski shop I bought because I had a space, quite a large space within that Joss World display. And Indigo is a bookstore in Canada. Sorry for anyone who's seen my other videos and like, he's not going to talk about this again. But just quickly, it's a bookstore in Canada that used to carry American Girl. The contract ran out, whatever, we don't know. They don't carry American Girl anymore. So when they were getting rid of American Girl, they put everything on sale. And this went on like a major sale. I can't remember how much, maybe like 50% off. So I was just like, perfect. And I love all the little things that come with it, which I'm going to show in a second. But this is just to show the look of the shop itself. These are all pieces that are removable, by the way, if they look kind of funny just sitting there. I think the idea is you'd have the doll behind this window, but I'll show you at the end how I have it set up and how everything looks. And so the doll is actually put in here. This wall, by the way, is MDF. Everything else is plastic. So this is all plastic. This is all plastic. A lot more plastic than they used to have. And in here, I'm not even sure what you're supposed to put in this. Wait, let me... Sorry, I was opening the wrong way. I think this is supposed to be a fridge, but as you can see, I put the drinks up here. It does open. It's just really hard. And this is like a little washing machine. I'm not even sure what we would put in here. I don't remember. Maybe this little, I don't know. I really don't. Like if you're supposed to wash gear, rentals, repairs, snacks, waxing. I don't know. I never even think about what's back here because everything I have is from the other views. And I believe this weird thing is where you would put Corinne's skis, but I always have my Corinne in her skis, so I've never been able to use it that way. And then come around to the last angle, which is kind of like, for me, this is like the front of it for me, where you can see like everything, a lot of glare, that's like on sale or, anything you could buy. And a lot of it is snacks. So I would like to show them in case anybody's curious. And I kind of have it set up looking like just like a storefront because it's a store, obviously. Ski shop, there it is. Okay, so the ones that I have on here, there is a water bottle, which is unique to this, but lots of things come with water bottles, so it's clear, except my hand's in the way, so you can kind of hopefully see it a little bit better. And it's got some kind of sunscreen, because yes, skiing, there is a lot of sun up there, and doesn't feel the same as, I'm talking about that advent calendar again. It came with two things that look like this, but this feels very different. This feels lighter and feels hollow, in fact. It feels a different material. Like if you hear it, the other one was felt almost like a solid rubbery plastic, and this just feels like harder somehow. And then this is ski wax. So it's got a lid. It doesn't, oh, this is pressable. I've never even taken the lid off, but yeah, you can press this. So I guess nothing comes out, of course, but you feel like you're waxing your skis that I didn't put there. These aside for now. And then up here you have, maybe this is the thing that's supposed to go in the washer. I don't even know what it is. I thought it looked cute on display, so I put it up in this little window here. What is this, like a headband? I don't know what this would be. Great tour of the playset, huh? I guess it says I have it sat there. I don't know. This almost looks like it would fit like a kid as a wristband or something. This looks too big to be a headband. But it's really fleecy, it's really nice, it's really soft. But again, I don't use what it's meant for. I use it as like something to pad this selfie camera, the camera with a selfie stick, which is all attached. This doesn't really move the camera. This, as you can see, can rotate around, and then the doll would just hold it. But I've, again, never used any of these pieces because this is a display set. It doesn't retract or extend. This is all it is. I feel like it should be on the other hand, shouldn't it? It should be like this. Yeah, so that's cute. Now that I've seen it in action-ish. And this says ski tracker. Don't know what a ski tracker is, but I don't care because it's cute. It sits in that little window there with the whatever this is, headband. I really like that. Maybe I should have a doll holding that. That's cute. And this, I believe, came with the ski set, but I don't know why it only has one, because usually when I've gotten these, maybe it's just Mary Ellen's World, or Mary Ellen's Diner that has multiple like fry cases. And other than that, this nacho is the same. This set of nachos is the same as what came with the snack bar. And now in here is a lot of fun stuff. So this is like a little parfait. Granola, yogurt, fruit, came with a spoon. I don't know if you can see it. So when I have the display up, as again, I'll show you at the end, This is what I think Aisha is buying. No? Yes, she's buying this in the nachos. Important, right? And I really don't think this money came with it. It could have come with pretty much anything, but I have Aisha holding it because she's going to be spending it when she's constantly shopping from Marguerite. And for the drinks, there are 2 bottles of water. They both look the same. It's like branded to look like Corinne's. It's got like a mountain motif in the background in the art. And there are 2 flavors of juice. This one is mango banana or fruit smoothie. Fruit smoothie, mango banana. You probably can't see because it's almost the same color as my skin. So putting my hand up is probably making it worse. And then this one is strawberry kiwi. Oh, they're like both different versions of my skin color. Oh no. Ew. And then moving on to the food parts. There are 2 chocolate chip granola bars. I don't know. I would never open them. I don't know if kids would, if they would just display it as is. I think it's cute to have it on display, like everything else that I keep saying. And then this opens up for the food. And I haven't opened this since I bought it. So, okay, that wasn't that bad. I'm just dramatic. And there's a little bagel in here. Looks like a bagel with tomatoes and lettuce, maybe. I don't know if I have, because a lot of these food pieces are, you get them in other sets. But this one is unique for me, but I'm not saying that it's not available with other play sets. These pretzels I have also in Claudie or Angelo's Bakery from Claudie's collection. I think you can see them. I might need to get something that's not all this like oatmeal color that looks like me. When I hold it up, these cookies are going to be worse. So little chocolate chip cookies. Okay, now you can see those. Good. I'm not the color of a chocolate chip cookie. And then these brownies, which you could probably see better too. They have like little white flecks in them, but other than that, they're just like chunks of like chocolatey brown plastic. And then there's this TV. Is this the only thing? Because sometimes oh yeah, okay, so there are other, usually, so you can like take this out and flip it around so that it's like welcome to, little monitor. And I think you're supposed to look like you can slide some kind of form of payment through there. But I've never even looked at that before, or never had that. I don't like that one. I prefer it to look like a menu what you're ordering. So yeah, that makes more sense for the way I display things. And then in here, some brochures and stickers, which I will never use aside from popping up there and having them on display. So it's this like 3-tiered brochure rack. But then, oh, they're not brochures. It's like tickets. Oops, I thought they were brochures for the place, but they're just, if you're like pretend tickets. And these are so many little fun things. When I went into collecting and I had to sort of pick and choose, like, oh, if I buy this play set, then I'm only going to have room for this much. And so they had to have a lot of things for me to justify buying, a lot of things that I would find really cute about it. And speaking of that, the last set I'm going to show, hopefully it's manageable up here. I'm going to figure it out when I bring it down, is Joss's minivan. Maybe I should say a couple things about it because once I get it up here, it's not complete. For sure it's not complete. It came with so many things that I don't even know what is missing. And there might have even been things that I had that looked like the missing pieces, so I put them in there. And it's really big. And what I mentioned a second ago where I had to like justify buying it, this one, the reason I was able to justify buying it is because somebody was selling it for half the price of what we had to pay in Canada. So I think it was like $900 Canadian when we had it on, when Indigo had it. And then this person was selling it for $450, which is still it's a lot of money. And, I bought it around the holidays. So I think that was also like, oh, I could pretend it's a Christmas present as if I didn't have 100 other things I bought myself for Christmas. And so now let me go get it because I'm like feeling anxious about this one. Give me a second. I don't really think there's an ideal way to shoot this. So I'm just going to wing it, try my best. The first thing I should explain is that getting it down from my high shelf is really hard. I have to completely gut it, which means anything that can be removed from the van, I take it out just to make it that much lighter to carry down because it's really heavy. And my partner hates when I move it alone, but I only move it when I'm alone because I don't want anyone to touch it except me, because if it gets ruined, I want it to be my fault and no one else's. And I forgot to mention the reason whenever I'm going to do these display set videos, it's going to be because it's like dusting time. And I've already done the first quick dusting to show it to you. And then I'll dust it again afterward. But I'm just letting you know that that's why it's down here. So if you see dust, you can judge, but just know that it'll be cleaned up even better later on before I get it put back up there. And so now back to the minivan itself. As you can see, it's huge. It's like I can't be in the shot with it. So I'm just going to roll it forward and then come over, and I'll probably be just a little bit off camera, which I'm sure is okay. But if my voice suddenly is like really booming or something, it's just because it's bouncing off of the different stuff within the van. So I wanted to give a little bit of a warning as to what I'm going to do. So here's the van that I'm going to come around and show you properly now. I'll try my best not to get in the way, just because it's, to show you things, like I have to open up the van to get into it. I put everything back in, but when I say everything, it's only what I have. It's not, I don't have a complete minivan for sure. But I can't tell you what's missing because I don't have it. So anyway, I'm just trying to get the surfboard down from the top. If you can see what I'm doing up here, there were certain pieces that were very vital that it came with, and this was one of them, because I knew that I wanted to have a doll who would use this, and I'm trying to do everything with one hand so I don't jump right in front of the camera and ruin everything. So now you can see a better shot of, well, if I held it up right, you would see it better. So this is the surfboard. That's all Joss's color story. And I love her color story. I love the orange with the different blues and the pink. And I'm going to get in the way sometimes. So this towel also came with it. Again, her color story. Is it upside down? Of course it is. So like it feels like a real towel, except just a little bit smaller. Not even that much smaller. I feel like this is like a baby-sized towel. It also came with the skateboard, which was another important part. And I have this on display with Joss herself. And I'm going to lean in because I have to grab her seal pup. This didn't come with the minivan, but Indigo had it on sale for really cheap. I think, I don't know, like $5, $10. So I was like, okay, I'm going to grab it. Since she's on a beach on one part of the scene, that'll probably be where he came from. This little carpet came with it. I'm assuming it just goes in there. That's how I have it. Very soft, fleecy. Feels like it's in good shape to me. I'm going to roll the van forward a little bit just so I can open the back and get into some of the pieces. I'm not done with the front, but I just want to continue. So this just pops open here, and this pops down. And there's like a drawer here that pulls out. Maybe I'm going to afterward come out. I'll grab the camera by hand and show you. So this pops out, and it's like a little grill top. And there's a drawer back here, which is where I keep some of the utensils. And this is a lot of the stuff that's missing. So there are a lot of food things that are missing. All that it came with, all my set came with, was this pan. And these pancakes might have even been like Mary Ellen's, I'm not sure. And I was just like, I need to put something that they're going to make there. So I have Kira cooking the breakfast over here, as I'll show you at the end when I put everything together. And this little set of eggs, just these sunny side up eggs. And there might have been more than just one set. Came with this blue cooking pot in her color story. I like it. I think I usually have this back here. I just throw the eggs in there so it's got somewhere to go. Anything else in there? And it came with a kiwi smoothie. Oh, you can get really close now. Let me buy. Huh? Yeah. And when I was talking about the snack stand, I called this a spatula, but it's a flipper. I don't know why, since childhood I've always confused the name of the two, but I know the difference when I think about it. And maybe I can angle this a little bit better. Here it is. This is basically the width of my table, so I'm very limited to what I can do up here, and I think that's as good as I can get it without this like coming down. You can see it's right. You probably can't see that it's right at the edge, but it is. So this is one of the pieces that, oh, before I take that out, comes with, so back here, and again, I'll put it all back in and I'll go around with the camera after, but here's a laptop in Joss's colors. And I think this is reversible. Yeah. We just put in the other screen you can look at, the other image. But it's Sage who's using it in my display, so I pretend she's shopping for surfboards. And it comes with a few pillows. This really soft orange one. And because orange is my favorite color, I think that might be why I'm very partial to her collection as well. And then these two like throw pillows, Waves for Days and a palm tree. And I think this is supposed to be a sleeping bag. Very soft on the inside, as if like your doll really needs to be comfortable. and a cute pattern on the outside, the fuchsia and orange. One of my favorite color combos. And then this, so this Velcros down, this sort of foam mattress type thing that goes in the back. And so even though this doesn't add any weight, this is part of what I remove whenever I'm moving the set, which is probably stupid because probably more work to get it in and out. And let's see if I can pull it back now that I've made this mess back here. Oh yeah, so this has to push down the grill. You have to push in before you can actually close it. So that's up, and then this goes down. And in here, I didn't show the, see if I can bring it back a little further. There's a projector here, and it's battery operated. I think do I have any batteries in it? Yeah, so the light, I don't know if you can see the light came on, and I don't know if it projects stuff, but inside this drawer, there's a drawer down in here. There's, what else is in here? Oh, so you would hang up this sheet somewhere, this white sheet. What a weird, what janky job I'm doing. And then you would project like so, but I would have to, maybe I'll do something after, like show you in the dark somewhere, show you what that's supposed to do. Because it's the only thing that really is functional. And I was going through the drawer that I have in there, and I was like, oh, wow, I think this is, Joss comes with a pair of underwear she's not wearing under her shorts because it's a bathing suit. So I was like, oh, underwear is always a bonus. Oh, that's Linnea hair clip. That, not needed. What else is in here? Oh, Joss's other hearing aid, and I guess it's like a brush to clean the hearing aid. So wouldn't want to lose that. And can you see the front door from here? Yeah. So this is the front door, so it leads into the, in a good angle. Yeah, so as you see down here, these chairs move. I'm trying not to get in the camera, but I have no choice now. Here's the key that goes into the ignition, and it's got like a Joss themed kind of star. Where's my hand? Is that working? Sorry, I'm at a funny angle too, so I'm trying not to get too much in the way. I'll figure that out after. And this is the first aid kit that comes with it. And inside, what's inside? I don't even, what's in here? A get well card. Soon. Okay, get better soon. I don't know what else is that focusing? There you go. I've never really looked at this. I think it's like French on one side. It's, yeah. If it's not French, it might be Spanish, because this is American, I believe. Spanish is America's second language. But I always think French because I'm Canadian. There's an ice pack. This probably looks so funny because I'm like hiding. What is this? Oh, pain reliever. The generic brand called pain reliever. Oh no. Here we go. Pain reliever. Then we've got probably peroxide. Yeah, peroxide. Again, I'm taking all this out of the first aid kit. And some, oh, it's like a, what do you call this? A tension bandage? Tensor bandage? That just sticks to itself. It's the plain, I don't know what to call it, plain Caucasian skin color. Because, you know, these come in different colors. And I guess because it's Joss, it's done in her skin tone-ish. And a thermometer. I have never looked through this first aid kit. I knew it was there, but I never really worried about it. And then a little piece of gauze at the bottom. Anything else I need to show you in here? Oh, the brochures. So this time it really is brochures. And that doesn't come out, so I had no choice. So this is like a surfer's handbook. Ugh. And I usually display this, so it's like, I have seen this. I've never really like read it, but I can show it to you quickly if anyone's curious as to what comes in this. But again, I must reiterate my incomplete version of what came with it. And then this is I thought it was a map, but it's just like talking about like top scent. I guess it's kind of a map talking about the top surf spots. Does it say, oh, SoCal? Oops, this is supposed to be California? Oh no. I put it in this like fictitious place. And so I think that's everything that I have. And again, that's not everything from it. So let me take the camera handheld to show you a better view than what I've shown you here. And then if I remember, I'll do the projector stuff. Okay, just want to let you know I tried the projector thing in my bathroom. It was a nightmare. It didn't look good. I'm not showing it, sorry. If you can get the idea, your imagination is probably better than anything I could have videoed. So anyway, now I'm going to show the van more up close, just by walking around it. And one thing I noticed, I want to show you right away before I forget, and I don't know if my mic's going to pick it up, but when you put in the key in this ignition, hopefully you could hear that. It was the sound of the car starting up. So this door slides over, or slides open, I guess you would say. And again, everything I'm doing with one hand, so it's a little wonky for me. And you come inside. I've set this back up to look like where Sage would be sitting. And oh, I hope I can catch everything, but my phone's getting stuck on everything. There's the drawer down there. Her little seal pup. The projector's back there with the brochures I mentioned before. Close that up. And then the back, this opens from the top. So that comes up and this comes down. And then you see the bed from this angle. And this is what I was showing you before. This, so you push, wait, no, you pull this, and this should just kind of pop up, but I just push it to get it to go. That's the grill. And then, see, as you can see, it pops up higher than the drawer goes back inside. So when you put it away, it clicks, when you push it in, all the way in there. There's a drawer here that usually has a lot more stuff in it, but this is fine for my incomplete set. And then there's an opening here, which is where I put the only pots and pans that my set came with. So this closes by going up, and then this goes down. The surfboard loads onto the top. Come around on the other side. Nothing happens over here. Does this door even open? You know what it is? I have this. Okay, this does open. Okay, I mean, I guess I assumed it would. But I have this displayed against the wall. Oh, and these mirrors move, by the way. These side mirrors. And then from the front, I don't know how much glare you're going to get when I'm coming around these angles. Yeah, okay, this isn't so bad. I was really worried about like how this would look on camera up so close, but I think it looks fine. Yeah, one of my most proud, whatever you'd say, pieces, Joss's minivan. Love the colors, love all the details, and I love the display. And the display I'm about to show you, when it's up on the top, I forgot to mention earlier, is I took that video before I did all this because I knew I was going to be cleaning up the set for the rest of the night, and it's going to be a while before I get it back to display, like to be able to show you. So this is the set, this is the van, and now I'll show you the display itself. All right, so here's Joss's world up on display, and because it's such a wide scene, I'm gonna have to shoot it in 2 different shots. And here she is with her seal. Don't ask me what he's doing there. I don't even know. I don't know why she has a seal, but there she is stepping out of the vehicle with Blair hanging out in the passenger seat and Marisol totally hidden driving, but I know she's there. And then it might make the vehicle look like it's in motion, but it's not. They're just hanging out because in front of the minivan is a snack bar where Pedro is busy working and he's got his big bossy sister supervising, making sure he's not doing anything wrong because she doesn't trust her little brother. And Cameron, his best friend, is, you know, just being supportive, hanging out, buying burritos, even though it looks like he's brought his own snack in the cooler. But I don't know. This is all the stuff that came with everything. So I have to display it all. And like I said, it's a wide shot, so I gotta do this in 2. Because one thing I forgot to mention is that this is so high up that I'm recording it from a step ladder. So that's why I can't really like move around. I'm just stuck in one spot. So there's Joss, and we're coming to the back of her vehicle to see Sage sitting on the laptop, drinking a smoothie, kiwi smoothie, hiding her broken hair. And then here's Kira making breakfast. I mean, I'm going to assume it's breakfast because it's pancakes. And one thing I had to do because the what do you call that, the little trunk door, it doesn't stay up proper. It doesn't stay up as high as I would want, so I just put a little riser there. And all the dolls are wearing double-sided tape on the bottom of their shoes to keep from falling, especially clumsy Kira. Here's Aisha buying nachos at the ski shop just so she can hang out with her new friend Marguerite. And I already showed it all, but this is one of I keep saying one of my favorite sets, but I really do love the ski shop set. And I love that none of this makes sense together, but it's a fantasy place, so that works perfectly for me. Thanks to everyone who watched, and I will see you soon in the next one.